LPP is the biggest textile company in Central and Eastern Europe. As a result of the company's development, the growth of the demand for its products, and the need to improve the efficiency of the distribution, in 2008 the distribution centre was built near Gdansk with a floorage of 30,000 square metres. It is one of the most modern transshipment and storage centres in this part of Europe. Here, every day, tens of trucks bring the textiles. From here, the transports go to almost 900 shops of Reserved, House, Crop and Mojito in 11 countries of Central and Eastern Europe. Each blouse or shirt must be packed to the right box and the right truck. Even small delays and mistakes can amount to the millions of losses over the year. So a quick and faultless solution was needed. The LPP Distribution Centre project was a big challenge for us, starting with designing the wireless network, which was to be a stable and efficient skeleton for the whole system, ending with choosing the proper equipment, terminals and scanners, matched to their place of work and purpose in the storehouse. We implemented 6 types of devices, more than 150 terminals and scanners, over 60 access points. Every day in the centre, 45,000 transports are made, which amounts to 1 transport every 2 seconds. Aspekt chose several kinds of state-of-the-art devices which allow it to control and manage the flow of hundreds of thousands of pieces of textiles each day. The devices at the forklift trucks, after scanning the code, tell the operator where to take each pallet, and the system immediately takes notice of the change of its position. Other workers, keeping their scanners in hand, register the incoming boxes, those transported and those prepared for shipping. From the screen of the device tied to the wrist, the worker can tell how many pieces of clothing should be taken out of the box, and to which containers they should be put. Each shirt, blouse and skirt are followed, and yet the worker has his hands free, which makes sorting of clothing much easier. The devices have very modern scanners, which unambiguously and quickly identify objects. The devices themselves are very resistant to external factors, like being dropped, moisture and dust. The most important is barely visible. Over 150 devices have to be in contact in each moment through the access points with the central controllers. Where the textiles enter the storage house and where they leave, dozens of terminals work, often in a small space. That's why the engineers from the company Aspekt had to design and produce properly balanced and controlled network. Thanks to our many years' experience with wireless networks and the knowledge of the needs of our customers, we could be the first company in Poland to implement the controller Motorola RFS 7000. The important thing was that the network should operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's why we used a redundant cluster made of 2 controllers, and the network itself was designed in such a way that a failure of one access point doesn't entail gaps in coverage. System RFS 7000 is a technology with enormous capacity, so it will secure the further development of our company. At the same time, we don't have to pay for everything at once. The clothing leaves the storage houses near Gdansk and find their way to the shelves of hundreds of shop floors. Here also the terminals and the software provided by Aspekt work. They help the sellers and make the shopping easier for the customers. Thanks to the device of the series MC55, the seller can easily check the price and verify it, or make a price reduction. Making a price reduction, the seller can at once print the price labels. And when a customer likes some item of clothing and asks for a different size, the seller won't disappear for half an hour in the storeroom. On the screen of the terminal, he or she can read at once how many items of clothing in which size and colour there are in the store.